final. And fighting out of the white corner from Russia, we have Amina Akhmadulina. Sorry, Alina is out of the black corner, sorry. And fighting out of the white corner, we have Alina Rath from Germany. This is the under 70 kilograms final match.
All right, we are about to have our first chess round underway. Our arbiter for this match has switched out. We got a new one for this match.
So who's the girl from Germany? Is it Alina?
Alina Rath, yeah.
Oh, okay.
What a name. I would love to have a last name Rath for a combat sport. All right, we have a D4 opening for white. Alina.
I'm really worried for her because she's a really good chess player. Like, you know, we could have a match and, you know, it would be evenly matched. But Amina is dynamite in the ring.
Yeah, so
it's going to be one of those old school, you know, oppositions between chess and boxing.
Love to hear it. So Amina and Alina, Amina
and Alina. There you go. One letter difference.
Yeah. So what we've heard, one of the out of the females, the best chess player and the best boxer are in this finals.
Basically,
like we are seeing the fullest expression of equal opposites here. And let's see if we can make it work for the chess player surviving or for the boxer coming in strong and getting the KO or TKO.
Well, Amina's definitely understood that she has to kind of pause and reflect and take all her time and try and feel comfy and put that extra pressure on Alina to make those moves at a tempo speed. That's never evident. Obviously, big threat here. Not too difficult to parry.
Amina,
and she's found it.
Amina taking all of her time and potentially trying to maximize her time in the ring, wanting at least 2 boxing rounds with how much time she's taking for these openings. And if you look at the other side, only 20 seconds off the clock for Alina.
And the problem is Alina, she's tried to capitalize on the fact that she knows she's stronger, but by playing that knight b5 move, it's actually a bad move. Right, it's not a good move because d6. Now, what the hell is your knight doing on b5? Right, so she can try to say, okay, c4, knight c3. She could have done that from the start. She would have just created a circuit for the knight, which she didn't need to create.
Yeah, and maybe that pawn does come to c4. She can put a little bit more pressure on that d6 pawn. But you know, I agree with you. If we're playing strictly theory, this is not a move that you want to see on b6.
This is why, if you are going to be in the best chess player's shoes, you've got the decision to make. Do you want to mate your opponent as quickly as possible, or do you want to play as quickly as possible? Those are 2 totally different strategies. And what happens is, at some point, if you see the mate, you can actually be on both. You want to keep your main strategy being fast. You want to mate at the same time. And then you have some sort of cognitive dissonance where they both interfere with each other, and the stress is even greater.
There's a lot of layers to this sport that we all love. And Alina is up 2 minutes on the clock, the most notable statistic so far. Not much has happened in the game yet, but we are about to get...
You see the difference in you know, the comfort zone Amina is getting in.
Yeah, we're about to get into it here. Amina very excited to get the gloves on. Alina taking her time.
Especially that Amina does not have a worse position on the board for the moment. She, if anything, is pretty equal.
Yeah, this is going to be a very one-sided round.
Well, okay, let's not, you know, who knows? Who knows?
But on paper, it should be. So if Alina, the German, is able to hold her own, that is a massive win. If she
Definitely.
doesn't get a stoppage in this round, if she doesn't have to get counted in this round, that's a massive win. Because she does not need to win any of the boxing
Just
rounds.
as if it was a massive win for Amina to basically not be too much down on the clock and have an equal position after the first round of chess.
That's right.
Look at her smile. She just enjoys being there. You know, who does that?
Yes, time to fight. I'd say this room has a higher concentration of people that react that way
than the average population.
Most other rooms, yeah. Okay, all right. Well, Alina coming. Oh, okay, all right. There's a big overhand right. So the German trying to establish the jab, and the Russian not letting that happen at all. The clinch coming in, but my goodness. That was a very well executed overhand right that started that flurry of punches from Russia. Good hook cross, and already we have a knockdown.
It wasn't a violent knockdown. I think it was almost like a push knockdown.
It was a technical knockdown, though. She was on her heels. Her weight was on her heels, and the Russian realized it, sent a lead hook into the center mass of the German, and down she went.
But you see the time that she comes in and then she takes that second to observe. She's not there to rush. She rushes to the scene of the crime, and then she's looking around and she's looking for that little technical detail.
To your point, I don't think the German's hurt yet, but she does have blood coming from her nose. And that's the only mean you heard.
It's been less than a minute in the ring.
It has. Oh, another great cross lands. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Well, this just goes to show if you're really good at one, you can still be good at chess boxing.
Yeah. But as I said, Alina, I could play chess with her. It would be equal. I'm guessing Amina could give me some.
Yeah. Does Alina have a title?
She's like 2150-ish FIDE, so
she
probably has a
women's,
female IM or something to that effect.
Nice.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And to be honest, courage-wise, she's got heart.
But she is not cowering. She's still trying to throw out the jab. She's trying to keep her opponent at bay, and she's doing a good job of hanging on.
It's just basically it's technical at this point. It's like sometimes technique you just can't, you can't. Will is there, but what can you do? And
a reminder for our returning viewers, this is a different rule set from the earlier qualification rounds. It is no longer 2 knockdowns in a round and 3 in a fight to end the match. It is 3 knockdowns in a round, 4 in a fight, because this is a world championship final.
Mm-hmm. So it's 7 rounds in total, Matt, yeah?
It's been 7 rounds.
Yeah.
But just that one change with the boxing side.
You know what? I think she's going to make the end of the round, though.
There has been a lot of delays, especially with this the cleaning of the nose. I think this really benefits Alina, giving her a little break.
Is there a stoppage at the clock, though, for these cleaning of the nose? There must be, right?
It stops, but it gives her some time to compose herself.
Exactly.
Every time she's come out after one of these stoppages or the warnings or the cleanups, she's started out with more courage, with a jab, and it takes a little bit of time for the Russian to get in tight to land those big shots again.
But it also means Amina gets away. She's also taking a breath. She's concentrating on her braving right now. She knows she wants to get back into the action.
I don't know how much that changes from where she was 30 seconds ago, man. I think she's a killer, and she was ready to go the whole 3 minutes. Look at that blood spot on her shoulder.
It's almost like, she's proud to have it.
Yeah, a little souvenir from her German friend. Mm-hmm. My goodness. All right.
Yeah,
well,
it's
low time in the round. I'm surprised they're going in here like this.
I'm pretty sure Alina wants to continue, and I think they should let her continue. I don't think it is that.
She's absolutely going to continue. I think at first they were checking if it was broken. Second, they were cleaning it up. Now they're going to the neutral corners, and they will continue the fight.
I know there was a stoppage of a French fighter because he had blood on his face, and at the end of the day, the French team were a little bit disappointed because it was superficial. It was visual more than anything else.
All right, we are coming up on low time in the round. Not sure of the exact count because of the stoppages, but it's got to be close. And the Russian is continuing her onslaught, but not a clean shot really landing. Good head movement, good deflections. Look at that roll. I mean, Good
she
jab.
went for the body
giving
shot.
The jab out.
No.
I mean, look, the Russian is dominating, but the German is hanging in there, and that is a late shot. There should be a little allowance given, but potentially, I mean, that was definitely a warning, but that could have even been a point deduction.
A bit of a touch of her gloves, that wouldn't have been a luxury.
There's the bell. So if I'm the German, I'm thinking, I don't want to do that again.
Ever.
It's time to get back to the chessboard and to finish this thing.
But no, kudos to her. She did put up a fight. Technically, yes, she is being dominated. Just as much as she is going to be dominating her opponent now in chess, we suspect. But yeah, I think all she has to do is weather the storm a second time, most probably, and that should be enough.
Much respect to the Russian for getting back to the board quicker and for studying. Well, she's not really studying the position, but she's back at the board at least.
She's ready.
If I was back at the board, I'd be like, oh, okay, calculate, breathe.
Muhammad Ali said the will has to be stronger than the skill.
Yes, both are important.
Both are important, but the will better more.
That's right. All right, we're back at it. Chess round beginning again. And once again, over a 2-minute advantage. But the time cannot run out in this round. So it has to be a checkmate or we're going to see more boxing.
What is that? I saw a white towel fly over. I thought they were throwing in the towel from the chess. I
think that was to clean the nose.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't think they're throwing in the towel for chess. I think she can move pieces.
So yeah, okay. So she's repairing a mistake, and that's often something that you should do.
Well, she was dispelled by the A6 move.
Yeah. No. Well, but the thing is, it's like very often in chess, you make a mistake, you realize it, and sometimes the best path is just to admit it and go back. You know, you're losing a tempo or two. But if your position's superior, No, she's getting time, but
once again, Amina taking
position.
All the time.
Yeah, but in an equal position, she's absolutely fine to do that. It's only if she's stalling in a position where, for example, she's a piece down or she's a few pieces down. In that case, there is nothing to prove that she's not actually using her time to think. And of course, all of this is debatable, and it is very much debated at length in our meetings.
Yeah, I'm really. Yeah, there's the count. I mean, she might just wait for the count every time.
Well, there could be only so many counts, right? Just as in in boxing.
Don't think they count the same way.
Oh, it goes down. It's 10, 9, 8 instead of 1, 2, 3. But if you get four counts, you're out.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I didn't know about that. I thought it was illegal moves counted as stoppages, but not counts.
And illegal moves, because now there's a debate. Illegal moves, do they accumulate with the counts, or do they count separately?
You know,
there's so many things to be sorted out still.
A rule that we included to further differentiate chess boxing as its own combat sport in America is we have knockdowns and illegal moves translate over to each other. So if you get 4 of an aggregate of, let's say, 2 stoppages and 2 illegal moves, it's
fantastic.
over.
I love it. I absolutely love it.
I actually took that from Taro in Finland.
That's
part of his rule set.
Yeah,
so when we were developing it for the U.S., we adapted every rule set.
Shout out to Taro, who's most probably listening to us.
He's watching. He sent me a message earlier. What up, Taro? Okay, back to the action. I mean, there's not much action going on.
I did see Sakari, and I did say hello.
Yeah, Sakari held down the front row in our AGM meeting this morning. Sakari, one of the legendary fighters from Finland, and a world championship winner in 2018, the same year I went in and competed as well.
One of the best boxers of chess boxing.
That's right, over 100 fights.
And such a cool guy.
Yeah, really cool. All right, we have a trade.
It's not simply a trade, right?
And there's the bell. Back to the boxing.
Yeah.
Oh boy. But to her credit, only 1 knockdown, which is basically null.
Yeah.
Because in this boxing round, she has to get 3 stoppages.
3 stoppages. And
just like she would last boxing round. And there's such little time left on the clock, she could win on time next chess round.
So that's already 20 seconds that she's allowed less by getting those 2 stoppages, if you see what I mean.
Yeah,
so it's only a 2-minute 10 round, if my math is correct. No, hang on, 2-minute.
Yeah, I need to look at that.
40?
I mean, I've never seen the counts actually coming into play in terms of making a decision in a chess boxing match. So, but I wasn't aware that was part of our rule set. So yeah, just to be clear, you're saying the first count starts at 10.
No.
But then if she gets another count, does it start at 8?
No. She has 3 counts possible, right? So if she can get 2 of them without being disqualified, those 2 are actually taking 20. They're not stopping the clock for that.
Okay, but if she gets 2 more in the next round...
But that's never going to happen. Over. There is no next round. This is the last round of boxing for sure. She will fall on time on the next round.
Okay.
That's 100%.
Okay. All right, gloves have been touched. We are into our second, just bulldozing in.
You call that a fight forward, and actually there's a history behind that notion.
She just did the same exact thing that she was warned not to do. Oh, 2 hooks land for Germany. Let's go. At least 1 hook land.
I think if she gets through at least a minute without too much damage.
She's doing a good job deflecting shots so far. The guard is staying high. If I was the Russian, I'd be going to the body. I'd be making her pay for keeping that high guard up.
Well, the second round, as I said...
There they are. There's those hooks to the body. Paint those ribs blue.
Second round, you kind of figure out what you were doing wrong in the first round. Somehow, your brain's digested it, and you're coming out.
Sure, and she's a chess player, right? Oh, exactly. Great jab lands for Germany.
That was great.
Keeping her at bay. Making her think. Circling. The Russian showing her experience by throwing a check hook to make her stop circling away from her. Very interesting. This looks like a
one hell of a fight. I actually
like a different Russian fighter tonight, or in this round.
German fighter, you mean?
No, Russian. She is nowhere near as clean, as explosive as the last round.
Oh, so she
wondering what's going on. I mean, the Germans are better for sure, but the Russian is throwing sloppier shots.
She must have guessed herself out.
Maybe. And that can often happen when you get one stoppage and you see, the potential end of this fight. You can empty the tank and not get the finish and then be in a really bad spot. It's called punching yourself out.
There's also the fact that those
Good body shots.
Those 5-minute rests, we're not exactly sure what science says about them. Are we actually really recovering, or are we getting cold, or what's actually happening?
Or is lactic acid being released? Or are you starting to become more sluggish if you don't stay warm?
I'm sure in 10 years we'll find out.
Yes, if you are a researcher and would like to study chess boxing, please reach out at Moving with Matt. My DMs are open. I'm
betting on Alina if I have to put my money on it.
I mean, honestly, this does not look like a Russian fighter that can finish Alina in this round.
It isn't, and Alina's kind of taken note of it herself and is, her confidence is coming up. I can see it. I can see it in her body language.
Credit, amazing courage and a good game plan. Circling and making the jab be something that the Russian has to calculate.
Whoa.
Huge pop from the German crowd when that right hand landed. 10 seconds left. She's going to make it in the next chess round. Oh! And she's not just going to cover up and wait for the end. She's going to trade. Let's go! Hard not to cheer for the German after that round. My God,
the whole room is exploding right now.
That was a world champion level effort for the German.
My God.
Oh, man.
Wow.
It's going to take a miracle on the board for it not to be a German world champion in the under 70 kilogram female category.
I'm always biased towards the chess player. I can't help it. It's just where I come from.
Of course.
You can't forget where you come from.
Yep. But, equal opposites. Both are important. But Alina's showing that you can be stronger in chess and go up against a killer. The most trained, the most skilled female boxer in this tournament, and not only did she survive, she looked pretty good.
I would
looked pretty good.
Could we give her the second round of boxing? Or is that pushing it?
That might be a little generous. Yeah, definitely
Okay.
the aggressive. I mean, you know, the heart, is admirable. She definitely gets a spirit award for sure.
43 seconds. So here, the simple thing to mistake is don't look for the win. Just play any sensible move fast enough.
Yep.
And
use less than 2 minutes.
And yeah, I mean, why even look for the mate if the mate is complicated, right? Just keep up the time
off
pressure.
The board. Yep. Make moves that your opponent has to think about. Moves like this, this bishop to h6.
Because we absolutely
check.
know for 100% sure that there isn't enough time. So
Correct.
you just do that. It's the method.
All right. So trade of bishops
and exchanging the queens.
See if the queens come off. They do.
That's fine. That's just going to simplify playing fast.
Now that rook on the f file is tied to that weak pawn.
Yeah, knight e4 can come in, even like from a positional point of view, from a material point of view, from every single point of view. White is now
offering another trade. Interesting that Amina is giving away her pieces here. Knight e4, like you said, challenging both the bishop and the pawn. The bishop coming back to protect the pawn.
I would just play rook
pushing.
d1 at this point, just to trade the rooks, just to play another move, just to take another 2 seconds off the clock. You know?
Sure.
I mean, any method basically is good. The knight should come to f5, knight g3, knight f3 with a little bit of a check.
And a huge pop from the crowd as the German solidifies a world championship win in the under 70 kilogram division. Alina Rath winning, and words being exchanged. A big thumbs up in the face of the German from the Russian. Great sportsmanship, great competitors. We love to see big smiles on the face and the warm reception from the Germans as Alina makes her way over to a big hug from her coach. And she will be entering the ring to have her hand raised with the German flag in tow.
I must say the reaction from the Russian with the thumbs up, it gave me goosebumps.
I had goosebumps too, man.
Yeah.
Must have been contagious.
That was real.
Well deserved from Alina, covered in blood and with her hand raised. That's what you want to see in a Chessboxing World Championship final.
Fantastic. Oh man, it just makes me feel that we are actually saving the fucking world. I mean, sorry, pardon my language, pardon my French, but there's no other way to say it, you know.
Hey man. Well, big congratulations to not just Alina, but the whole German team for bringing home a gold medal, and the beautiful scene of hugs there in the corner. We love the camaraderie. These teams turn into families when they're training together. They're traveling across the world to go compete, and it means so much to them to be able to
That's not the boyfriend,
not
by
just
the way.
compete, but emerge victorious.
And Rishat, the Russian, coming to congratulate the German fighter too.